It's fine, McMurphy, me and you. It was good. What happened with Snooty? Oh, I just chose McMurphy, so Snooty naturally. They just like naturally close that off. I'm sweltering in the mess tent. Typical for me to get cook duty on the hottest day so far. I step out for a moment to try and catch some air. Psst. Not sure if I really heard something or if the dehydration is getting to me. I take a swig from my water bottle. Hey, aren't you gonna share, Kara? Oh, McMurphy, is that you psting? What are you suggesting, Kara? I only use the designated litter areas. Wow. Wow. Murph, you're incorrigible. You know exactly what I meant. Come on, Kara. Never mind all that. We have work to do. I am working. I'm supposed to be cooking for this evening? I mean work of the adventuring variety. Oh, of course you do. Ah, come on. Don't be such a bore. I'm sorry, McMurphy, but I can't. I'm very busy here. It's gonna take hours to defrost and braise this meat from the mainland. Well, if you come with me, you may end up providing a much tastier dish in half the time. What do you say, Kara? You up for the trek? What are you saying? You mean I should just bunk off? Thanks, James. Have a good one. That's the spirit. Strip off your apron and let's hit the trail. But I can't just... What if someone comes looking for me? Leave him a note. Gone fishing. Why do you know that, McMurphy? You can't read! Maybe it's the heat, but I'm overcome with a moment of madness. Well, okay then, you wild Irish rover. I'm all yours. Damn. Damn, Lily. You know what? It's the accent, isn't it? I know you, Lily. It's the frickin' accent. Bet. Ah, now there's a thought! Before I could answer, he slunk into the thickening of the forest behind the clay cooking pits. Yeah, crumbled under zero pressure. He really said Kara, and I was like, Kara? I whip off my apron and follow behind. Wait, Murph, it's too hot to run. And we really ought to cool ourselves off, eh? Yeah, I don't know. This is the first song that I've heard was meowing. He's led me up to the cliffs and without warning takes a running jump off the edge. I see him flying through the air and watch mesmerized as he cuts through the water. Oh my god, am I going skinny dipping with the cat? Oh no, Murphy, are you okay? Don't panic, I'm coming. I kick off my flip-flops and shorts and follow him into the water. I'm surprised at how shallow it is and that I'm easily able to stand. Murph, where are you? I frantically search about, fearing for his safety, and suddenly feel something brush against my legs, making me scream out loud. Oh my god, we're flirting, 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 we're flirting. What's that? I look down into the clear water and see McMurphy speeding along the seabed like a shark, fast and sleek, and suddenly breaking up through the surface with something in his mouth. McMurphy, you can swim? What on earth is that thing? Oh my, it's a fish! Wait a minute, hold on. Pause. We're not supposed to have fish around here. There's supposed to be a force field. It's all a lie, it's all a lie, it's all a lie! I can see he's smiling even with the sprat in the way. You can fish? He spits the fish back into the water. There truly is no end to my talents, Kara. Hi, Digit. You can say that again, but I have so many questions. I don't even know where to start. Catch your breath, Kara. I know I'm exhilarating company, but you need to exercise a little bit of restraint or you'll be... You'll be swooning on me next. Relax, the salt water is very buoyant. Unfortunately, I am glad that I chose McMurphy. I copy McMurphy and we both lie with our backs on the surface. It's very calming and tranquil, and I'm finally able to collect my thoughts. I realize I've not had this much clarity in a long time. Okay, so nothing can go in and out of the force field, but I swear to God that Popper literally said that there were no fish. Right? This is so cool. I know, Trixie took me here first. Oh, Trixie took you here first, huh? Right. Of course she did. Yeah, totally. I get that. Trixie's a great cat. Calls it the Potter Pool. Oh, can you all swim then? I thought cats... Before I can even finish my sentence, McMurphy cuts in. It's a common misconception that cats can't swim. As you can see, it's another thing we excel at. Not that cats can't swim, I think it's just that cats don't like water. So humble, too. As Nana McMurphy used to say, if you've got a trumpet, blow it. Wow. Nana became a Nana somehow, huh? What about the fish? Where did they come from? There are no birds. Yeah. See. There are no birds or fish on this island. It's one of the first things they tell you in orientation. That's just because they don't know. Don't know what? It's better if I just show you. Come on, Kara, follow me. We swim for a while, with McMurphy leading the way with purpose, and then he stops. Well, notice anything interesting? Well, the water's much cooler and deeper here. Anything else? Can you feel anything, love? I stand perfectly still for a moment and begin to feel a strange sensation around my legs, like a warm trickling under the water. McMurphy, are you... McMurphy, are you peeing? Don't be so crude, Kara. It's a current. Look, over there. I refocus my eyes until they see that what I thought was a rock shadow is moving. It comes closer into focus, and I realize it's a shoal of small fish darting in and out of one particular spot. What is that? I don't understand what I'm looking at. Isn't it enough to just see, Kara? To experience? Do you always have to understand everything? Oh my god. McMurphy about to change my life. McMurphy, suddenly I no longer have anxiety. Well, yes, that's my job. It's who I am, McMurphy. I'm a scientist. It's in my DNA to seek to understand. Come on then, scientist. Let's take a closer look. Oh my god, he's so... We move closer to the area where the fish are gathered. I put my hand down and realize I can touch them and even pick them up. Something is stopping them from swimming further inland. McMurphy, we need to get going. I'm gonna be in big trouble if I'm away for any longer. Thank you for showing me this. I'm definitely gonna come back here to try to understand it. I wouldn't waste your time, Kara. It wouldn't be a waste. I'm committed to finding out all I... He cuts across me as I'm speaking. I meant coming back to this particular spot. The fishes won't be here. Oh, I see. It's only at certain times? And different locations. It changes all the time. There's no pattern to it either, so you'd just be sticking pins in maps, Kara. I brought you here because I saw them this morning. Chances are they'll be gone by this afternoon. Viridian, thank you so much. Thank you for taking your folks on tour. Hello, tourists. My name's Lilybelle. I love to travel, but I suck at geography. And today, we're dating cats. The disappointment must be apparent on my face because McMurphy switches lanes super fast to distract me. Hope Atomic Heart was good. Hope Atomic Heart was fun. Okay, Kara, it's time to strip off. Huh? That t-shirt would make a lovely net. Let's go fishing. Huh? What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? I'm skinny dipping with the cat. I'm skinny dipping with the cat. Oh, I see. Go fishing, girl. Go fishing. It's just a cat. What? What you worried about, huh? They don't breed the same way, Lily. I whip off my top and use it as a net to scoop up as many fish as possible. It's quite effective. Great idea, Murph. Now you can rustle up a tasty fish supper in no time at all. And you get to enjoy my company for an extra hour. Win-win, Kara. Okay, so now I have a little challenge for you. That, Kara, is music to my ears. There's little I like more than a gauntlet thrown. Well, it's hardly a gauntlet, and more a brain teaser. How am I going to explain to the rest of my team this bountiful ocean offering? Why tell them anything at all? Because they're gonna notice that we're eating something that wasn't on the delivery list or the menu rota and tastes way too fresh for something recently defrosted. You worry far too much about things that really don't matter, Kara. I know he's right. I could do with loosening up a little. But this is a pretty big dilemma, really. They're gonna ask where I even got the fish, my dude. Maybe I ought to tell Professor Popper about this. What's the harm? Mac has stopped splashing around and looks me squarely in the eyes. Oh no, he hates Professor Popper. I said it, I said it. There would be harm, Kara. Trust me on that. Obviously, I don't mean I tell him about you or anything that would endanger any of us. Just that I noticed a shoal of fishes and I took some. End of. You really think you could mention a phenomenon like this, and that would be the end of it? That he wouldn't start putting all manner of investigations and disruptions in place? You are touchingly naive, my friend. I feel myself blush. I am being a bit naive, but I don't like the thought of lying. Oh my god, you're blushing. Fucking cat. It's because he's Irish, isn't it? It's because he's Irish, I know it! So what do you suggest then, if you know so much about everything? Give me a plausible story and I'll follow through. If Murphy lets out a wild howl and splashes water at me. Oh my. Now that's what I like to hear, you impetuous daredevil, you. I splash him back and a furious water fight ensues. I can imagine the slow-mo and it goes and it's just me and McMurphy splashing at each other, you know? We're making such a ruckus, I'm amazed no one comes to check what's going on. After a good 10 minutes of laughter and play, we run out of steam and float in the buoyant, warm water. Let's hear it then, Oz. What's my cover story? It's a very simple case of brazen bluffing. Okay? Make a simple but delicious meal, and if anyone should ask where the fish came from, shrug your shoulders and ask the same question. Where did the fish come from? Oh my god, he'd right. He'd right. He'd right. Huh? It's all in the poker face. You remain completely impassive and ask the same question. Yeah, I wondered that too. Where did the fish come from? They're delicious. Really? Trust me, Kara. As a cat who is forever risking one of his 9, the simpler you keep it, the more they buy it. True and real! You and me, McMurphy. Manipulative couple. If they ask you where you got them from, you tell them. The fridge. Simple. True and real. True and real. I feel quite giddy at the prospect of getting away with the ruse. Okay, Murph, let's gather the supper. We have an abundance in no time, and I haul my catch back to the kitchen in good time to make a tasty meal for everyone. And a little extra for my feline pals. Honestly, that sounds really good. Like, cooked fish sounds really, really good right now. I think I might want some. Maybe I should do that for dinner. Maybe I should make cooked fish for dinner. Woo! Nice. Yeah. We should full romance first, I feel like. Should we? I don't, should I like go just like equaling it? I'm gonna go romance again. McMurphy! Meow! It's too beautiful a day to be slaving in a hot lab, so when Murph invited me for a stroll, it was easy to say yes. Oh my goodness. Me and Murphy just, spending a lot of time together now, huh? Not that I'd need much incentive to spend time with him. He's very engaging company. That is the most, like, region-era way of saying that you like him. He's very engaging company. We've come to one of my favorite spots where the cliffs sweep upwards above the blue water. I hit my elbow. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Suddenly, and without any warning, McMurphy plunges over the top of the towering rocks. I run to the cliff's edge with my heart in my mouth to see what's happened. And there is a sight I still haven't gotten used to. He's in the water, more otter than cat, waving me to follow. Oh my god. Jump, Kara, jump! Sure, the water's grand. McMurphy! I'm shocked by the shrillness of my voice. I hadn't intended it to be quite such a shriek. I was aiming for stern admonishment. That's so dangerous! You could do yourself serious injury! Or worse, from such a height. Oh, pish. Come on, Kara, or you won't get to see the little surprise I have in store. You've already surprised me enough for one day. Oh my god. Dude, this makes me feel like McMurphy is the greaser trying to coax the little social girl out, you know? You know? Ha! Which one of us is meant to be the pussy? Real. You gonna let Lily, you gonna let him call you that? You gonna let him say that shit? Huh? At this, I'm filled with an indignance that takes over my body, and before I know it, I'm halfway between ledge and water, bracing for impact. This way! I'm still catching my breath as McMurphy's head disappears under the surface. My mind is saying, no, this is ridiculous. Get back to land this instant. But my body is following the Irish cat. Oh my god! What the hell? My eyes take a moment to adjust, but when they do, I can hardly believe what I'm looking at. It's a ship! As we approach from the stern, it looks pretty much intact. I can see the name on the rear port side, and though faded and worn away in parts, the words are unmistakable. Kitty's Desire? Whoa! Is this... So... I don't know. It's a clue! It's a clue! I feel it! My head is swimming due to the excitement and lack of oxygen. I flounder to the surface to catch my breath. Kitty's Desire? I feel like I know that name. McMurphy eventually bobs up to join me on the surface. Yeah, right, that's what I'm saying. It's a clue, it's a clue. Surprised? A shipwreck? Here? This is a very old island, Kara. A lot has happened here. But how did a ship even get here before the path was made? Hey, don't ask me, Kara. I'm just in it for the grog. McMurphy smiles and dives back into the murky depths. I follow, a flailing flesh bag in comparison to Murphy's sleek figure. Okay, why are you going to talk about his figure like that? Why are you going to do that? I try to get a closer look at the wreckage. It's a big ship, likely a trading vessel, judging from the size. It's hard to tell how old it is, but it certainly isn't modern. Maybe 18th or 19th century. When we enter the ship from a huge hole in the stern, I realize that a lot of the vessel is actually on land. And it's obvious that it ran ashore after it was damaged at sea. There's not much time to ponder the mechanics of what happened, as McMurphy is tugging at my t-shirt with his right paw, while gesturing with his other paw outstretched, to a cabin he wants me to enter. I'm grateful for the air trapped inside and gasp for a breath. Here, Kara, look! Hang on, let me catch my... But he has already ducked into the next cell. How's he not out of breath? I realize his ability to swim underwater is unusually strong, but he barely breaks the surface at all. Well, he's a cat. It is very, very different for them. In here, through the hole. He sounds really excited, and as I enter, I see why. There in the center of the cabin is a chest? It's wedged between the wall and a surprisingly well-preserved writing desk. The only thing preventing it from falling and being buried in the sand. A treasure chest? I sound like a giddy child and feel embarrassed, but McMurphy joins in my glee, and suddenly we're cheering and laughing together. Oh my god! Oh my god! Girl. Go on then, open it, Kara. Thanks, have a good one. Okay. The picture? It can't be opened! Look at this. What are you waiting for? The key? Does it need one? Well, of course it does, Murph. It's a locked treasure test. Can you not just break the lock? Who do you think I am, Houdini? I don't know about that, but I do know you're a very clever scientist whose thirst for knowledge matches my thirst for grog. So you get yours, and I'll get mine. I'll go get mine. Hold on. How do you know who Houdini is? The Moggy grins before darting into the next cabin, and I hear the familiar clinking of bottles shortly after. I decide to try the lock anyway while McMurphy is getting his. I look around for something, anything I could lever it with, and am disappointed. Everything except the chest and desk must have been washed away a long time ago. We'll have to come back with some tools to tackle that lock, Murph. There comes no response. McMurphy is obviously still busy with his looting and pillaging, so I decide to swim to the beach to get a better look at this wreck from land. When I can take in the scene properly, I can make out what looks like another large ship just a bit further down the beach? Dude, what? Somebody built the force field. A human. The humans did it. I can hardly believe what I'm seeing. One huge sea vessel finding its way to this island is strange enough, but two meeting the same unhappy fate is more than my brain can process. The proximity of the pair would suggest a collision of some kind. Possibly the second vessel could have been a pirate ship? Maybe it was attacking the merchant vessel? I get the feeling I'm looking at the conclusion of a very interesting story here. I wonder why Professor Popper didn't tell me about it. Obviously, he must be aware of the two vessels. My nose for intrigue has started to twitch, and I am burning to know more. I decide to take some of the debris, splinters, and small chunks of metal and pocket it for later analysis in the lab. That's because Professor Popper is suspicious. Honestly though, Professor Popper being suspicious doesn't really explain why he would want more people on the land. You know, knowing that like it could be. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things that like only the cats can find, you know? When I'm satisfied that I've thoroughly combed the beach for specimens and have salvaged anything of interest, I realize that I haven't seen McMurphy for quite a while. My heart stops, and the hairs on my neck stand on end. How could I have been so wrapped up in my work that I neglected to keep an eye on my friend? Friend? McMurphy? I have met with silence and still water. I run back towards Kitty's desire, my heart thumping in my chest. McMurphy! I jump in the sea and swim back to the stern of the ship. There doesn't seem to be any life around here. I break through the surface with the choke and try to call out again, but my throat is hoarse and full of salt water. Where? I catch sight of a shadow out of the corner of my eye, crawling along the seabed. I dive under to get a better look and see instantly that it's the Irish cat, stalking and prowling as if he were on land. Whoa. I quickly grab him by the scruff of the neck and drag him back to shore. McMurphy, you loon! What on earth were you playing at? I catch my breath and check on him, but he's happily rolling on his back in the sand. Me? I was having a grand time until you manhandled me with those big meaty paws of yours. I don't want to say get serious. I feel like McMurphy is just not the type. Big meaty what? Charming, I must say. I'll have you know I was very worried about you. And I fully appreciate it, Kara. Meaty paws. McMurphy has started laughing, and it's too infectious not to join in. Seriously though, Mac. That was some very impressive breath control. I didn't see you come up for air once. Big, meaty paws. I think I get it from my mother, God bless her. I believe she had fantastic lungs. Do you remember her? Flashes sometimes, but God, when I'm on that grog, I have all kinds of flashes. So, who knows what's real and what isn't? Maybe he came on here and lost his memories. There's so much going on. Oh my God, there's so much going on. I can feel he's nudging me off that subject, so I respect his privacy. Bro, it's a cat. What do you know about these two beauties, then? We survey the ships in silence for a moment or two. I know that they've been a source of great pleasure for me, Kara. Beyond that, I don't really care too much. You really are the embodiment of hedonism. I'll take that as a compliment, Kara. Look at the little smirk. Look at the little Murphy smirk. Murphy smirky. Oh my God. I can't help but laugh. You would. There's worse things in life than a little pleasure. True, but a little balance may be even better. And that's where you come in! Huh? You bring some... What? What are these little... Do you see this? Do you see this? 1, 2, 3, 4. You see this? Hi, Azur. Yes, I suppose so. And you bring some spice to what might otherwise be a rather bland scientist's taste. McMurphy's green eyes glitter in the sunlight, and he throws me awake. Thank you. Come on then, swashbuckler. I need something to eat after all that adventuring. I'll walk you back to camp if you promise to save a bite for your friendly tour guide. Oh my god, you're gonna walk me back to camp? Oh my god. Oh, a pirate's tale. Extras. New unlocks. Woo! I don't know what that is. Is it just like, maybe for other... Whoa! Okay. Whoa! Oh my god, so I won't get the antidote until I fully unlock this game? Okay, I'll have to think about it. Because it's only 6.9%. Let me see this real quick. Let me see the extras page real quick. Pirates. Should I do something a little different? Oh, no, I'm good. Fully unlocked. That's crazy. You know how much work that is? Okay, let's get into our research. I did that. Oh, I have to do all of them. All right, research number 12. Let's just organize samples. Today I'm in the lab doing flora research. It's not the most exciting job, but if I keep my head down, I can get through it quickly enough. It really just consists of unpacking the new samples of plants and flowers that the professor and I have collected on our foraging expeditions, and logging them into the database of organic substances on the computer. Most of them are commonplace plants that grow abundantly in the forest, but occasionally we come across something more rare, exotic even. One of the samples I'm looking at today is a Calendula incana maritima, which is very interesting indeed. I can't help speculating that it's been cultivated in the marigold's little greenhouse and then transplanted to open ground. I'm distracted momentarily by the sound of clinking glass. Dude, the marigolds actually have so much more to do with this, for real. Like, they're not talking about it, but you definitely know that the marigolds are a huge part of this. Boots, stop that! You're not supposed to be in here. She laughs as though I've told a joke. That's a frightfully pretty flower. Calendula incana maritima, if I'm not mistaken. You never cease to amaze me, Boots. How on earth did you know that? Why, I make it my business to know all about rare and valuable works of art. Oh my god, is this Maeve? Art? Why not? It has been created like a sculpture or a painting. The marigolds are true artists in the garden. Ah, I wondered if they had something to do with this. It's not unusual. Oh, it's so unusual. Even in its natural swampy habitat. But to have it growing here in the forest is very out of the ordinary. Yes, its properties are extraordinary too, human. Well, I'm quite new to botanical science, so I probably don't know the half of it. Why don't you fill me in? Although I'm always happy to facilitate your learning, human, I simply can't stay here a moment longer. The air is so stale, don't you find? I ignore her sideways glance and upturned nose. Let's go to the beach and drink some coconut water, and I'll tell you everything you need to know. Snoots, I'm not going anywhere until I finish this. Don't be ridiculous. You can tinker about in here any time, but the sun will be gone in an hour or two. I'm not tinkering. This is my job. If I don't get it done, the professor will want to know why. Then explain to him you had better things to do. Real. Actually, Snooty Booty's got a point. Just kidding. This is literally my job. There's an actual real reason that I'm here. Snooty Booty, I won't tell you again. If he catches you here, Popper will cage you. See, that's already suspicious, don't you think? That Popper would cage him? Because didn't Isn't he like a feline friend? Isn't he supposed to be a feline friend? Be careful with that flower, human. It doesn't do to inhale that fragrance too deeply. What? I turn to ask why and see her flounce out, knocking the beaker with a swish of her tail as she does. You did that on purpose! But she's gone, leaving me to clear up the broken glass. Huh. It's toxic! It's toxic! It's toxic! The marigolds are toxic! Or something like that. I don't know. Okay, I have to rest. Am I meditating again? There are waves crashing. The sound is so loud I can't make myself be heard, but I still scream to the life raft that's moving away from the sinking ship. Wait a minute. Are we sure this is supposed to be rest? I'm going down with this ship. I'm being thrashed against the sides of the old wooden vessel. This isn't right. The ship looks wrong. A cat's face looms close up to mine. Everything is wrong. All of it. Weird pirate things. Weird pirate things. Which cat are you? But the words come out of my mouth as mewling, and I realize I'm not myself. I'm some kind of beast. Suddenly, I'm flying. I'm in the claws of some enormous bird. The beating wings are deafening. I look down to see the ground approaching really fast. What if... Wait. What if the Muellers are actually the pirates from the pirate ship? You can drop through the break. What does that mean? What break? What break? Breakfast! Rise and shine! Mrs. Marigold. So it's you, huh? You, huh, lady? I guess I took a nap. That's good. But you kind of have to try every single one of these to actually, like, understand it all. I really didn't plan to, I really didn't plan to do, like, every route, right? But I'm kind of curious about the antidote.